beef dripping from a test fryer. You can see it's a bit clangy when you look at the machine. Bit of a telltale when it's like that.
See them holes? Should have bolts in, Dave.
Oh yeah.
Check out the wheels.
Oh wow, it's big. Yeah, it's fire.
Re-push the whole back end. So that's all.
Oh, it's like jiggling now, it's making thumb off the wheels.
New hoses on there.
Oh good, a police come out.
Yeah, it's back on Monday.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah, he did the timer on the bike cover.
Oh, he's done it? Oh wow, it's fine.
Put a new seal on. Still got the water pump. Gearbox down some ton of bits on it.
On this? Oh, it's fine.
And shim that up.
Oh.
And he's took the rams off the Nissan. So don't pull any leaves.
I reckon the valve sleeves are looking good as well. He's done all pink and dry.
Yeah, he said it all sorts of doing that.
Them alley valves are just disposable.
It feels all nice anyway.
Well, that Raptor was quite shocking, wasn't it? It looks fire.
Well, they look huge, don't they?
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Yeah, that's a bonus. Yeah, on these, you used to load lorries out here in this concrete. It's literally rough on these fork trucks, as you can see it bouncing and whacking away there. That's why we load around the back of the yard down the new concrete, or 10-year-old concrete. So today we've got the seed dressers in, so because all the seed's been in the store in these bags for a couple of days whilst the dresser or the seed dresser turns up, we're going to decant these into the liquid treatment plant thing, back into boxes and then back in the seed stock. So I've had to get all these, there's about 80 something ton of seed there, we've had to get all that out of that store so we can get the full boxes back in. I've just bought the little Komatsu in. I'm sick of the batteries being flat. For the last few months it's been a bit of a struggle on the batteries. Well, in fact, it's worse than a struggle. There's nothing in them at all. I don't think these batteries are original anyway, and it sits on a really cold slab, which batteries don't particularly like. Not that they've told me, but I've put some rubber in there now. But anyway, these are shorting through the plates. I'm going to get these ripped out and replaced. You have to take all this side bit off to get to this one. So I've just took all that off and I've just dropped my spanner down the pit, which is a bit of a negative for this. Just taking this off the front because it has got no paint left. The joys of powder coating. The little drum pack always starts it, but it's such a fiddle in there, it's quite hard to get the positive clamp on, the very positive right in the back there. And you need it every time you want to start it, so it's not ideal. So I've just dropped my 19 spanner down that little gap. So I have to jump in there and get it out. Just had a delivery. Can you guess what it is? Ta-da! Beef dripping from a test fryer. There's 20 kilos of it there. Because when we fry potatoes for seeing how they fry, beef dripping has got to be the best. And we're trying to get away from seed oils and stuff. So that's be exciting. I think it's about 2 fryfuls. See if this will give birth. So having a go at Sugarbeet lifting today, and we kind of have to do because the factory's going to shut. So George is going to turn around here. We're trying to keep the trailers off the field because we've learned we're just bringing too much putty onto the road. So Paul's over there with a brush. He's going to swing around me and pull up just over there, and we're going to get this lot dumped. So output's going to be rubbish, but we'll keep the road cleaner. So I've been putting harvesting off for better weather, and it's literally just got worse and worse and worse and worse. So, with hindsight, I would have done it just after Christmas and left it in a heap. It's hard to get stuff right. There goes George, there goes Paul. Here's Harry backing in. It's a bit slimy in here. It's just a shame it's not concrete, but that'd be ridiculous. Busy main road this. Can't see a lot through my rear window, it's a bit spattered up. So between tanks, we're slipping up to the other end, minding not to catch the elevator on the telegraph poles. It's been done before. Yes, there's a lot of roading, or fielding rather. Trying to get this harvester taking all the beets to the trailer, which is the very uneconomical way of doing it. I've seen another guy use a little dump trailer, and then he uses the dump trailer on big tyres to take the beet to the trailer on the headland before dumping it out. The beet's actually lifted really well, but it can really do with 7 days to dry, so it can bake off the clay in the heap, which I don't think it's going to get. There's a lovely bit of black soil here, and it just lifts beautiful. It's a bit, black loam. It's very forgiving. And we plan to lift this late because if you can just see in the tram line there, zoom in, you can see a lot of black grass. We're still fighting the legacy of when this field wasn't drained very well. Oh, maybe 15 years ago. It was just a wash of black grass, and it's all been drained subsequently. However, we're still fighting this legacy. And I think chemical weed control on black grass, on black soils, is not as good as well. You can see it's a bit clangy when you look in the machine. Bit of a telltale when it's like that. It's getting all the hard clumps out. Very happy with the sample. There's no lumps of soil and stuff, which is always delightful. But there's just a lot of soil stuck to the beet. Let's have a look. This is kind of how it looks in the tank. It's not how I like to see it. What's going on here, Paul?
See them holes? Should have bolts in, Dave.
Oh yeah. But luckily we put an emergency catcher bolt at the top.
Never used to have them in before, did
No.
Both
And it's
sides.
caught them.
Just tilt around.
I guess we'll just leave it and carry on, won't we? I was just tipping the last load of the day. We're just knocking off because the main road's getting too busy with traffic. So we're not tempting fate really. We just want to get it cleaned up and let all the lunatics go by. Looks a good sized beet, but there's a few gaps, so it might hammer yield, but you don't really know until it's gone in the factory. Crikey, it's bigger than I thought when I got. It's bigger than you think when you get near it. Right, so day 2 of beet lifting. The mud on the road signs aren't really cutting it for getting people's attention. I think you might as well put a sign saying, speed up. So I'm just going to put this little blue strobe I had kicking around on one of those said signs. Little banger battery, little strobe, bit of wire, and some things. Proper crimping pliers have got a rubbish. I'll just use these big long grips. Just found this in my son's toolbox. So I'll use it. Its flashing is not correlating with the filming. It is, it's flashing like a heartbeat, but you can't see it on camera. So there we go, 5 minutes strobe. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. You can't. So